and welcome back or to my channel. My name is Madison. Nice to meet you, or to see you again if you are a returning subscriber. Hello. So today is a very exciting video. It is part 2 of Friends Draw My Halloween Makeup. Without further ado, subscribe if you're new and let's get started. For today's map out of my makeup, I'm doing half of my face one thing and the other side another thing. So this side is going to be more natural makeup with like a glam eye, kind of gold color tones and stuff like that. And then it's going to be emoji themed, if that makes any sense. And then you'll see what I mean. And the other side is going to be pumpkin. I guess let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the same LA Girl Pro Coverage white foundation. I got this for like a Halloween video, I think a few years ago. Oh, I use it for Mad Hatter. Oh my gosh, I think that was 2017. Oh, that is insane. Okay, gonna be starting out with the left side of my face today, and this is gonna be the pumpkin side. Go ahead and squirt a few pumps. Let's start. My cousin is coming in town tonight, so they're actually on their way now. It'll be a bit before they get here, and I still have a little bit of cleaning to do. I need to get this video started and finished. I was so tired yesterday. Oh my gosh, I was exhausted after I was all done, but honestly, this is so fun, and I'm really excited to do yet another Halloween makeup video. To set the foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and try this translucent powder from Cxdy London called Extraordinary. I've actually never used this, but it's been in my collection for a while. Like, it still even has a sticker on it. Now that I am all set in place, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the Morphe X James Charles palette. I'm probably going to be using this for the most part today, and dipping into this orange shade right here. Basically putting this everywhere from my base color. So now that I'm feeling like an Oompa Loompa, I am going to go ahead and make my straight line down the middle. I kind of altered the whole idea of the thing since I'm mashing two ideas together. This pumpkin side is actually going to be more of like an emoji pumpkin to match with the emoji on the other side, so it wasn't just two random things. On the emoji, it actually has a little thing that goes down for the stem, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off and make my line. If you say emoji more than 2 times, it's like, what is this word? Next step, I'm just gonna go ahead and outline a few things. I look like a weird, crazy pharaoh person. So I just filled in the mouth, the nose, did a few outlines with the Color Stay Revlon Black Crayon Eyeliner. And next up, I'm going to be taking some of this dark green shadow from the James Charles palette mixed with some of that LA Girl white foundation. Go ahead and fill that in. Next, I'm taking a flat shader brush with that same dark green, and I'm just going to set that green foundation mix. Going back in with that eyeliner, draw some stem lines going straight up. Then I'm going to take a small shader brush with some of this darkest brown in the palette and go over those lines. Then with some of that lighter green and the white foundation to do some highlighting. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and dip into this shade right here and just stamp over all those lines. Then with a clean brush, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of blend it out messily. Going in with that big dark brown color, I'm going to stamp it a little more precisely on the line. Go ahead and take that brush and just blend out the edges. Then going back in with that lighter orange shade we used for the base, going in between those lines. Next, going in with this banana yellow shade right here, and we're really gonna highlight that middle. And with this shade right here, we're gonna go ahead and get a little more highlighting in the middle. Going in with this shade right here, stamp those lines. Then taking this middle orange tan shade and just blending dark and light together. I'm gonna go ahead, take some of that white foundation, put it in a few places where I really want the highlight to pop, and then taking my finger and tap it in a little more. And then we're gonna go ahead and go back into this creamy tan shade to set it. Last step, I am going just back over those spots, but leaving them a little more prominent. Alright, I'm liking how this is looking so far. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the edges with black, fill this in with black to set it, and then do a black brow and orange and black eye with a lash, and I think that'll be it for this side. I'm also gonna be smoking out the mouth and the nose area. Going straight in with this light orange shade, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that pretty much all over. Just kind of messy stamping. Go in the brow a little bit. Then taking this more red shade and mixing it with this lighter one. Gonna go ahead and stamp that all over the lid. Taking this medium brown, doing the outer corner. Again, I want this to be messy and not perfect, so not taking too much time. Then going in with this deeper, cooler brown and doing a little more on the outsides. Going in with this yellow and really stamping it on the inner corner of the eye. Now that that is done for underneath the eye, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do probably a mix of the browns, maybe a little red, and some lighter yellows and oranges in the inner corner, kind of mimicking the top. Go into this nice champagne-y color, pop it in the corner. This is what we have so far, and I think this side is done. That looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, do liner and lash, and I will see you on the flip side. Yay, we're all done with one side. This is how it's looking. Ooh, yay. Now that we're done with that side, I'm gonna move on to this one. This side is basically just basic makeup with a few additives and with the emojis and a glam eye. So using the same foundation I used yesterday for video 1, I'm gonna use the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation in the shade, what is this, Ivory. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take a concealer brush and go against the line. And then I like to blend it out with a beauty blender just to get rid of those streak marks. I forgot how much I actually really like this foundation. Now that foundation is on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Morphe concealer in the shade C1.25. I'm almost out of this. I need to restock just to highlight all the normal areas. For contour today, I'm taking the Tartiest Pro Glow palette from Tarte in the shade For blush, I'm using the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Beam. This stuff goes a long way, so I'm just gonna do that. I didn't even squeeze any out, it was just excess that was already on there. And go ahead and use my fingers to kind of blend it out a little bit. And then go over top with a beauty blender. All right, and to set all of that in place, I'm gonna go ahead and go in that Ciate London powder once again. Set it and forget it. All right, going back into that Tarte Pro Glow palette, I'm gonna take the shade Sculpt and do a little more contour, but this time with the powder version, just over top all the areas that I did before. Next, going in with the Morphe blush palette, the 9N palette. And I think today I'm gonna be taking this shade right here and the more shimmery shade. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Then I'm just gonna take some of that translucent powder on my sponge and kind of carve out the cheeks. And while that is baking on my face at 350 degrees, more like 400, I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes, and then after that we'll add the emojis. I like to start out with my brows before I do any eyeshadow, just so I can have that set in place and not worry about having to do it after or messing up anything I want on my lid. For brows, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duo Powder in the shade Auburn, and just taking that darker brown shade and going straight in. Alright, yay. For the eyes, I'm going to take some of my foundation and prep my lid for shadow. First off, I'm going to go in with this light cream shade. Just a very light transition color, just kind of to set the brow bone area. I'm going to be switching to the Tarte Toasted palette and starting off with the shade Cashmere. Next, going in with the shade Warmth, a little lower. We're not going to be going too orangey today, but I wanted to add a little bit to match the pumpkin because originally her drawing she sent of her look, it was more gold shades. So that's what we're gonna go for. Going back into the James palette, I'm gonna take this really stark yellow and kind of work it in a little bit. So it has that overlay of goldy yellow tones. Next, diving in to the Masquerade by Juvia's Place palette and dipping in the shade, let's see here. I think I want to go in with Dahlia up here in the corner and then maybe end it off with some Giza. And just going straight in. Throwing it back to Too Faced Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Irresistible. It's just this super gold metallic-y color. Just add some gold touches. For the bottom lash, I'm gonna go back in with the stark yellow and do the inner corner and then work my way out with the same shades as my crease color. And as we're doing this, it's kind of wiping some of that bake away and then we'll wipe the rest of it off in a second. All right, now time to wipe off that bake. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera, do my mascara and lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, that lash was giving me a really hard time. Oh my gosh, I put it on a few times and it was just not working. So it's not perfect, but it's on my face, so I'm gonna call it a success. Moving on to the face, so map out. I'm gonna have half a heart here, half a heart here, a cat nose, whiskers, and then a heart on my cheek with a little pumpkin emoji, and I believe that is it, and then red lipstick. So it should be smooth sailing from here, hopefully. I'm gonna go ahead and do the nose and some outlines. Okay, the nose isn't exactly how I want it, but usually because it's at the tip of your nose, but I want it to match kind of the size of the pumpkin, so I'm just gonna leave it as is and whatever. Just taking a random red lipstick. This is from the brand Alamasqua. I have no idea how to say that, honestly. I really don't. In the shade Midnight. Oh, this is the one I used in my other video for Halloween. Go check it out. I recreate some of my childhood Halloween costumes. That was pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Cute! Cutie! Going in with a clean brush, I'm just going to blend those hearts. I kind of like how this one looks without being filled, so I think I'm going to leave that there. Going in with the James palette, I'm going to take the red shade and fill those in. Cute! Going in with that black liner, and I'm just going to outline those hearts. Next, taking some of this orange shade and the white foundation from earlier, mixing those together to create the little pumpkin in the heart. Then just taking a liquid liner and making the definitions. Now that I have a cute little pumpkin on my heart, I'm going to go ahead and shade black around the heart and add the lips and eye, and I think we're all done. The lip and eye did not turn out amazing, but I mean, they're there. So last touch, finally done, is lipstick, and this look is complete. Okay, I lied. I forgot the whiskers, so I'm gonna do that and then it's complete. Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
And that, my friends, is the final look done. Ready, set, complete. This side is the jack-o'-lantern emoji, and this side is the cat heart pumpkin eye emoji. This was really fun. I actually really like how it looks. It's different. I've never seen anyone do this before just because it's kind of random, but I feel like it works together and it's fun and I like it. So thank you for Sienna, your side, and for Charity, your side. My battery's about to die, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, don't forget to give it a like and thumbs up down below and to subscribe to this channel. I put out videos every Thursday. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye!